Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the update on the Soledar region at the Bakhmut Front. So Bakhmut is actually here. Yeah, I just draw the arrow. Yeah, the Bakhmut is actually there, Bakhmut city, and Soledar is actually here. This thing. Yeah, this is Bakhmut. This bra looking thing is actually Bakhmut, looking very sexy, and it's not so sexy to the Ukrainians now because of the latest information coming from the front. So let me show you a few crazy shit like Silj or Silj. There is fighting reported near Silj, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry of all people. So the Russian forces have crossed over towards Silj. The fighting is currently around this field here, according to the mapping by Syriac maps, where the Ukrainians are actually holding the line here, just outside Silj. Silj is actually this small little town here, and the Russians had also, from Yakovlivka. Previously we mentioned the capture of Yakovlivka, and the Russians have been pushing from Yakovlivka out, right? Correct, we talked about this already. And they also, of course, they're also pushing north. What happens that they finally arrive at Soledar. They have already entered Soledar itself. They are fighting now in the northern part of Soledar, or the northern bra of Soledar. So the Ukrainians are currently fighting them over there, and the Ukrainians have also lost the entire center area as they pull backwards. They pull backwards into the north and northwest with the Russian in pursuit. All this happens just before the ceasefire. So can you imagine the crazy thing that the Russians did after getting so much progress? They immediately paused. This is exactly what the Russians did after the so-called liberation of the entire Luhansk territory. After capturing Pidhorodne, Lysychansk, they pushed to the border of Luhansk and then they stopped. So again, the Russians make very good progress, and then suddenly ceasefire. They decided to stop for 36 hours, allowing the Ukrainians to regroup. And the Ukrainians will regroup, and they will try to put up a better defense as much as they can. I'm quite sure reinforcement is pushed into Soledar as we speak, to hold the line as this ceasefire regime by the Russians to celebrate the Russian Christmas. And oh yeah, Merry Russian Christmas to you. I don't know how you all say it, but yeah, Merry Christmas. So to the Russian or the Orthodox of you guys who are following the Orthodox Christianity. So the Ukrainians are definitely doing all this reinforcement into Soledar to hold the northern bra of Soledar. The southern bra is gone already. It's definitely is already all Russian, and the Russian forces have already pushed out, and they have captured all this, captured the railway station over here. They captured the entire center bra, and then they are really reaching this southern part where they hold their line for Christmas. So this is where they hold the line, and that Soledar region, and it's looking like crap now for the Ukrainians. I thought that the Soledar might be able to last for another 1 month, and then perhaps I'm wrong. So anyway, there's a frontline update as well based on Syriac maps mapping, where now we have a clearer idea where the front line is actually along the forest line towards Krasna Hora, with the Russians pushing towards Krasna Hora and Pidhorodne, and towards Pidhorodne they are already at the outskirt of Pidhorodne. They already kind of fighting in the first few buildings at Pidhorodne already. Largely all the fighting that we have been reporting about Krasna Hora and Pidhorodne is mainly in this farmland region. So now we have information from Surya Maps giving us a bit more details. I'm not sure where he got this intel, but I just gotta trust him for it. So far he have not failed my expectations or my my verifications of his intel. So the Ukrainians are holding the line at Krasna Hora, probably feeling really uncertain about their situation now. I'm quite sure there's at this forest line there is Ukrainian forces, as the Ukrainians like to hide in the forest region. Then they also holding at Pidhorodne, bracing themselves for a renewed offensive after the end of the Russian Christmas. So this is the overall situation now in the Soledar region and in the northern part of Bakhmut. The north direction, I can see from the compass here, this is north. This is north. So in case you guys are a bit if you are confused about the orientation, is correct. So largely I did not turn it too much because I don't want you to get confused. And given the situation now, I just want to add a bit more about my own thoughts and analysis. Is that now that the Russians are already in the northern bra of Soledar, the area here, so let me draw this area here. This area here is all high-rise building. It's going to take quite a bit of effort to clear out the Ukrainian forces or defenders around this region, unless the Ukrainian forces do not have the will to hold the line. Then it will collapse quite fast. But I think this is pretty pivotal. Soledar, I think they will try to do their best to hold up all these tall buildings around here. This is like the city center. This is the city center that's not in the center, like an off-center center in Soledar. So all the high-rise building, all the main buildings are all around here. So, and then there's a salt mine. The salt mine is another very interesting thing. I want to show you images. The salt mine, sometimes I'm sure you watch some of this maybe other YouTubers, I don't know, or maybe you read some reports. They talk about tunnels. A lot of tunnels in the salt mine, and I want to show you how the tunnels look like. These are the tunnels. It's amazing. Do you see how they dig all the holes, and it's huge. It's tremendous. And maybe that's not the salt mine. Yeah, you can see the way how they dig through the salt mine. The mine. I'm not sure if this is actually the real salt or what kind of salt. Previously they even put Christmas tree inside. Yeah, then the disco ball. Yeah, this you can see how far this tunnel goes. So there is much more credibility into the salt mine tunnel problem. You can see how big this is, this crazy chamber underground. They even they can even add doors to it. These human beings, yeah, I mean, this definitely, I'm sure you can tell this is a human being as compared to the size of the cave or the tunnel. So Soledar, crazy. Go and Google salt mine Soledar. You'll probably see some of these crazy images, and this might be able to hold up the Russians a lot longer until the reinforcement comes with the Bradleys and the mothers, German mothers, and the French AMX 10. So hopefully those reinforcements will come in time to help to elevate the Ukrainian forces in Soledar. Things are not looking good, especially if Krasna Hora falls and the Russians attack into Pidhorodne. Forces in Soledar will be forced to retreat because they cannot hold Soledar without the rear. So the Russians can actually push this way. So let me draw the arrow. They can actually push this way into Pidhorodne, capture Pidhorodne, or they can actually swing northward and cut off their reinforcement or communication resupply situation. And if Silj fall, the Russians they'll be able to my bad, software hang. So I was saying that the Russian forces, right, if they capture the Silj, will also be able to go around, cut through, and even create a pincer. But the pincer might not happen so quickly because there's still a lot of distance between where the front line is and to Pidhorodne. So coming from Silj, pushing to the rear might be one of the moves that we might see very, very soon. The situation, holding the urban area may not be a very good idea, and the Russians could also push through in this direction in this way as well, and it will be encircled. So yeah, not a very good situation for the Ukrainians. So anyway, hope this is helpful for you to understand the situation now, the latest information from Soledar. This fighting is mostly, like I said, it was on the 6th, just before the start of the ceasefire, and after that, the Russians largely followed the ceasefire. They did not fire in offensive mode, only in defensive mode. That means they did not fire at all, but as long as the Ukrainians launch any artillery shelling, the Russians will do counter artillery shelling, and if the Ukrainians attack, the Russians will defend themselves. So so it's not an entirely ceasefire, like they don't shoot at all. They are not stupid, but there is no Russian offensive since the start of the ceasefire. So hope this helps. Many of the Russian sources did not really have much reports to report because the Russians did not really do anything. So anyway, this is the quick update, and I'll see you in the next update. And please press subscribe and press the like button. Like button, really hit it, punch it, pinch it, kiss it.